Hey everybody, Dave Bazanko here, and this is week 6 of our channel update. We've had some technical issues this week to deal with. We've had the Christmas holidays that we've had to deal with, and a number of, different tech issues that I'm going to talk about today to bring you up to speed. First thing to say is the problems that we've been experiencing is uploading videos onto YouTube. The speed went considerably down over the last 3 weeks, which really created a backlog of videos that were waiting to get uploaded onto the channel, which created a lot of stress and new headaches for me as I'm trying to manage everything from my day job to my training for the Ironman stuff that I do, for creating content on the channel, uploading all of that, babysitting my daughter's dog while she's in Florida for a week. You know, there's all kinds of things that are going on, and the tech issues that we've experienced certainly haven't helped. So if you're experiencing any issues like this, maybe some of the solutions I can provide today might help you out. So let's jump into the numbers first to see where we are from last week. Actually, let's make that a little bit bigger. So if you look at the numbers, we grew across every category except through the click-through rate. Now, this is really important to remember, and if you go on to my 30-day challenge for today, we're really talking about where most dads or most men quit in setting a goal for themselves because they get stuck, they get frustrated, and we talk about how to overcome those challenges. But this is exactly what's happening right now. Is if you look at this, we've gone through 6 weeks. We're starting to see smaller increases in the numbers, but increases nonetheless. And the importance here is really focusing on, am I moving forward? Am I stuck, or am I falling behind? And in this case, I'm moving forward in every category except for one, which was the click-through rate. And that means we're going to spend a little bit more time focusing on thumbnails and titles and testing those to see what works. We really have to dial in that strategy to get more people to click on our videos. But if you look across the board, you know, we went up in total views, watch time hours, we went up in subscribers, we went up by 12 over last week. And again, click-through rate was the only thing that came down. It went from 2.2 to 2. So that's something that we're going to pay attention to and try to understand a little bit better. Now, one thing that I have on the right-hand side here, we have all these hypotheses that we're testing. And the one that I need to really take a look at this week is we created this 30-day challenge over New Year's and moving into the new year. And it's to help men master the art of self-motivation, because a lot of men are going to be setting New Year's resolutions. The number one men's New Year's resolution is always to lose weight and get in shape. And 91% of men quit that resolution after the first week because it gets hard. And if they don't understand the process of self-motivation, there's no one there to hold them accountable. It's a recipe for disaster, and it's a recipe for quitting. That's why 91% of men, quit their New Year's resolutions after the first week. So we're going to try and tackle that problem today in our 30-day challenge. So if you haven't signed up for that already, go to the channel and sign up for that. I think you'll find it helpful. But again, what we're trying to do right here is we are trying to get people to binge on a series of content. So I'm going to be putting out content for 30 days, all within the world of self-motivation for men to help dads become more self-motivated and reach their goals. So hopefully that will be binge-worthy and something that we'll start to see an uptick on subscriptions and viewers watching the channel. So let's jump out of this for a second and get into the tech problems, because this is really where we got bogged down this week. Number one, our upload speeds significantly decreased. To give you an example, I used to be able to, 4 weeks ago, upload an hour-long interview and a short video, a 20-minute video without a problem over the course of 4 or 5 hours. That was normal. And then something changed. Something happened where it was literally taking 24 hours to upload just a 20-minute video. So at first I thought it could be, I did a little search on the internet. I thought it could be the fact that I was using Wi-Fi. I did a couple of internet speed checks on my internet provider, and it was actually showing at 1.6 millibytes per second upload speed, which is way off of what it should be. So I thought, okay, maybe it's the connection. So I got an Ethernet connection, a little adapter for $15 to hook into my my MacBook Air. And I hooked that up, and still same results. So then I called my internet provider, and they did a speed check and said, yeah, something's changed on the current system. And I said, well, how the heck did that happen? And they said, well, you've got a cable line, not a fiber optic line, which was a bit of a surprise to me. So they got me up to 7 megabytes per second for upload speed, but that's nowhere near what some of their competitors who are offering fiber optics are offering, up to 30 megabytes of upload speed. So these are things that I need to sort out over the next couple of weeks to decide, really sit down and look at what I'm all getting from internet, and decide which is going to be the best tool for me to use, the best subscription for me to use to upload videos onto YouTube. Because I tell you, if you're going to try and do a 30-day challenge or try to upload a video every day, and you've got work to do beyond that for your day job, it becomes a real nightmare. And you know, having your computer run 24/7 is not optimal. So that's the first challenge I've been trying to deal with this week. I think we've got the problem solved right now. We're at 7.7 millibytes per second for upload speed. Things seem to be moving along a little more efficiently, I'll say that. But I'm not quite happy with where the speeds are at. So we'll figure that out. But that leads me to the second thing that I've been dealing with is a few different problems. One being technology, another being scheduling, because the technology backlog led to a scheduling backlog, which really meant I was sort of burning the candle at both ends over the last couple of weeks, which does not make this enjoyable. I need to be able to crank out content and make sure that I've got a quality recording and put that out. This is a great example. I use StreamYard to do these particular broadcasts. I'm streaming from my laptop, and when I do that, if the Wi-Fi connection is low or a poor quality, it looks grainy, it looks horrible. And so I'm not quite sure why that's happening, if the internet speed had anything to do with the signal, the Wi-Fi signal that was coming out. But everything's been rebooted, reset, and hopefully I've got a clearer picture, the 1080p that I should be getting in these particular video series, these weekly updates. And so the last thing that I want to talk about is just the mindset of moving forward this week, because we are sort of 6 weeks into a challenge, and the challenge is actually 3 years down the road, where I want to get to 1 million subscribers in 3 years. I'm not sure how I'm going to get there. You know, clearly we're not at a pace that's going to take us there, but I like to use the analogy of a snowball. A snowball starts, you know, a snowball is rolling down a hill that becomes, you know, a massive ball of snow. Well, it started off as one snowflake, and there's millions of little snowflakes around, and the idea is you've got to find the right snowflake for you, the right snowflake that's going to stick to the next snowflake, and all of a sudden you start building momentum. That's kind of where we are in this process right now. Still figuring out a lot of the challenges. I love the exercise of going through and learning. If you are not a lifelong learner and don't enjoy learning, creating a YouTube channel probably isn't for you. But if you've got something to share and you're not quite sure how to share that, and this might be the most logical thing to you to do, is set up a YouTube channel and share information. Well, one way you could do that is just become a talking head, put your videos out, don't care if anybody ever watches them. Or you can ask yourself, what can I do to make the most maximum impact on YouTube so that the maximum number of people get to see my videos, the maximum number of people click through when they see my thumbnail, the maximum number of people stay once they've jumped into my video. It's interesting to me. I'm following a new formula. We shared that last week, where now I'm starting to look at when are people dropping off of my videos. And typically the average view rate, even if the video is 20 minutes long, I'm going to be honest, it hurts. I'm losing people after 30 seconds. I'm giving them my hook. I'm telling them what's coming up, and they decide whether or not at that point they want to stick around and watch the whole thing. I don't know what I have to do to change that outcome, and that's part of the challenge. I think that people who enjoy my personality, my style, the way I deliver information, hopefully that's being authentic to me. I do look at a lot of the YouTube channels that I consume personally. And one great example is a gentleman by the name of Matt. He's building a sailboat. It's a Duracell project, if you want to look that up on YouTube. And the other day, he and his wife were answering viewers' questions. And at one point, his wife, who does all the editing, said, Matt, early in our journey, people told me we're going to have to be punchy and we're going to have to be, having these aha moments and these moments of tension in the video. And so he would do something. She would say, "Oh shoot, I didn't get that on camera. Can you come back and do one of these? Give me a reaction." And he said, "No, I'm not going to do that. That's not me. That doesn't feel the least bit real and what I'm trying to accomplish." And that's how I feel about this. I'm not trying to act. I'm not an actor. I'm a triathlete. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a son. All those wonderful things. And I'm just trying to share what's worked for me. I don't have a big enough ego to think that I'm the only person in the world that's ever gone through the challenges that I've gone through. So as I continue to share, hopefully that sort of information resonates, and people who are into binging on content like this, like me, because I'll do this. I'll jump into a 2-hour video from Think Media, and because I'm interested in the topic of creating better thumbnails and getting better at my craft, I'll sit down and watch that for 2 hours, regardless of how dry the information is, because that's just something I enjoy doing. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to leave it right here. I look forward to seeing you guys next week on next week's video. Hopefully we'll have an uptick in our numbers and we'll be able to understand why that happened. If you've got any insights you can share with me based on your personal journey, go ahead and leave that in the comments down below. Remember to subscribe if you're interested in any resilience strategies for dads. And if you haven't subscribed already and started following along on our 30-day self-motivation challenge, I'm trying to share over the course of 30 days different perspectives on what might be able to help you stick to something that you set your mind to. In Ironman, we have this saying that anything is possible, but in order to achieve that goal, you have to master the art of showing up every day. And you have to learn the process. You have to be a lifelong learner. You have to be open and ready to pivot at a moment's notice when things start going sideways. You have to be able to look at data and make decisions from the data. Should you continue going in the direction you're going, or should you make changes? You need to understand how to feel happy about your results today, even though your ultimate goal might be 3 years down the road. Those are the sort of strategies that are going to help you get to where you want to be, and hopefully you'll be able to glean something from what I'm sharing with you today. So that's it for today. A little bit of a long-winded ending. Apologize for that. Try to get better next time. So Dave Bazanko signing off. We'll see you next week on week 7 of our YouTube journey. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.